Well, you've seen the crashes. When a train and a car meet, the results are often deadly. But we got our hands on something you have never seen. People cheating death by inches. News 13's Kim Holland has the heart-stopping video in tonight's special assignment.
Drivers and pedestrians in New Mexico are taking bold risks.
Your bicycle? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Against a 400-ton train.
People are crazy. People are crazy. They think they can take a chance.
Just after this couple talked to us, they snapped a photo of a driver who tried to beat the train, was nearly hit, and clipped the gate instead. These incidents are not uncommon. The rail runner barrels through central New Mexico between Belen and Santa Fe a few times a day. Its top speed, 79 miles an hour. Engineers see too many drivers pushing their luck, driving around the crossing gates. Cameras on the front of the commuter train catch it all. You can see this white car skirting around the gate as the train nears. Another one does it here. And look at this. One early morning last month, a school bus tried to dodge the gate and breaks it. Rail runner engineers didn't know if kids were on board as the conductor hit the emergency brakes.
They were scared out of their minds. They walked out of the building. 5 hours later, still white as sheets. They were changed men.
And it's not just vehicles. Look at this person jump off the tracks just seconds before she would have been hit, then strolls along the side of the tracks just feet from the train. These kids run off the tracks at the last minute too. And this kid rides his bike at the South Capitol stop. He could easily spill onto the train's path and it would be end of story.
The second that he went out of sight, the engineer doesn't know if he got caught into the wheels.
This guy seems irritated that the train has somewhere to go, even gives the engineer the bird. Unless you're at a crossing or a train station, it's illegal to be within 50 feet of the tracks. You're trespassing. During Balloon Fiesta last October, rail runner officials say these people broke the law, standing too close to the tracks. And had the train continued on, the balloon could have been sucked under the wheels by the train's draft.
It's pretty dangerous.
But train engineers are more worried about what may happen if these people don't get out of the way in time or the train doesn't stop in time. It takes about 3/4 of a mile to stop a rail runner train. 15 people have been killed in collisions with the rail runner since it started rolling down the tracks 8.5 years ago. There are two common themes in the collisions: drivers trying to beat the train across the tracks, like we saw last October when 2 people were killed in the South Valley, and people just not paying attention. Last year, 2 cyclists died in Santa Fe after riding in front of trains.
The last thing that people do before they're struck by a train is look up directly into the eyes of the engineer. It's heartbreaking, you know, it stays with us. I'm sorry.
Engineers will hit the brakes whenever there's a safety risk, which delays the routes. It can also back up the daily commute.
If we're stopped in the middle of a crossing, if that's where we come to a stop, that's where we have to stay until the police come and conduct their investigation. It can take 2 hours, it can take 8 hours.
The rail runner people just want everyone to know this is a real problem. Try telling that to this guy who flirted with death to take a rail runner selfie. Kim Holland, KRQE News 13.
As for that school bus you saw in the story, rail runner officials could not tell what school district it was from. All of the local bus companies denied it was one of theirs. Now, there's a lot more to this story online at KRQE.com. That's where you'll find extended video along with the fines you face for going around those crossing gates. Plus, there's an interactive map showing the history of rail runner incidents.